Welcome to Perspectives in Mobile, the news podcast from the Mobile Ecosystem Forum. Join us discussing the world of telecommunications, technology, and mobile innovations. From Florence, Riccardo Amati.
Once a year, and only once a year, something rather magical happens in Barcelona. The grand hall of a 14th century palace suddenly stops whispering history and starts buzzing with the brightest minds of the mobile ecosystem. Silk curtains, old tones, smartphones everywhere. Welcome to the MEFFYS Awards, the top night of our industry. This is the Mobile Ecosystem Forum podcast, and today we're talking about the 21st edition of the MEFFYS, the awards where innovation gets applauded, excellence gets recognized, and yes, where the after party is legendary. I'm your host, Riccardo Amati. I'll admit it upfront. I love the MEFFYS because they are fun. Great people, great food, great dancing. What's not to like? But joining me today is someone who sees far beyond the glitter. Martica Correa Gonzalez, MEF's Global Event Manager. He's here to explain why the MEFFYS are not just a party, but a powerful engine for the entire mobile ecosystem. Martica, thanks for joining.
Hello, Ricardo. Thank you so much for having me.
So let's dive in. With me, the cheerful Vivero to the microphone, and Martica has the voice of strategic wisdom. Spoiler alert, she might just convince me. Martica, before the interview, you told me that the MEFFYS event is not just a glitzy party. I do remember a pretty glitzy party after the awards, though. So what are the MEFFYS apart from the party?
Well, it's definitely a party and a very great one and one you don't want to miss, Ricardo. But actually, the MEFFYS are much more than that. It's really an event that plays a strategic role in the mobile ecosystem.
And why is that, Martica?
Well, because if you think about it, MEF events and the MEFFYS in particular really bring together all key players from the industry. You should think like carriers, app developers, payment providers, and content creators. And they all come together under one roof. And this really is a mix that fosters partnerships and collaboration. So this is a crucial thing in such a fragmented industry like this one. And often, it's at this type of events that alliances and partnerships just start with a simple conversation.
Right, MEF, the Mobile Ecosystem Forum, our company, our trade association, is known for setting standards and best practices. How the MEFFYS Awards contribute to that? They're just awards.
Well, it's not just a word. They definitely highlight creative ideas and award-winning solutions that show what works really well, and what encourages others to do the same. So in a way, the MEFFYS help set standards for messaging, payments, content, and identity services. And by recognizing the best players in the industry, they create role models and examples that help raise the bar for the whole industry.
So what does MEF reward at this event, at MEFFYS?
At the MEFFYS, we really set a spotlight on innovation. So the award really recognizes the breakthrough in the mobile technology, and this motivates other companies to also innovate and improve services and actually adopt new technologies faster.
Of course, the MEFFYS give participant winners industry visibility, that's clear. But are they really part of the factors, along with presentations, panels, and reports, that position MEF as a thought leadership hub, let's say a think tank for the mobile ecosystem?
Oh gosh, they absolutely do, Ricardo, and actually in the most fun way you could think of, right? So by selecting, awarding, and celebrating the best players, the MEFFYS help shape a narrative around the mobile trends, regulation, and consumer expectations. So this in turn really helps stakeholders anticipate change and adapt their business models, and even play a role in influencing policy.
Hmm. How all that could be monetizable?
That is a very good question, Ricardo, and it's definitely monetizable. So think about this. Recognizing a successful business model and the technologies really signals where the real opportunities are. right? So investors and startups and other corporates can gain insight into promising areas within the industry. And this then again drives funding and expansions and helps the overall growth of the industry and the ecosystem.
Okay, Martica, you've almost convinced me. Give me just a final thought.
Well, one final thought. Okay. My final thought really is about the sense of community that the MEFFYS foster. So they help on one side really the smaller players to learn from the bigger ones and gain insight into the global trends. And we open the MEFFYS to everyone, right? To all the big players within the industry, the MEF members, the non-members. What we really want to achieve with this is to accelerate, to help the industry accelerate the development across the entire ecosystem.
You're describing a catalyst here. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. I would say a catalyst that connects people, but also highlights innovation and helps create a standard that allows the mobile industry to grow, to adapt, and definitely to thrive.
And I confirm that, speaking from direct experience, as someone who was there to observe, report, and have a lot of fun along the way. Martica Correa Gonzalez, Global Event Manager with the Mobile Ecosystem Forum. Martica, thank you for your insights.
It was my pleasure, Riccardo. Thank you for having me again.
All right, confession time. I would have come for the party, but after listening to Martica, I will stay for the bigger picture. Because the MEFFYS really are a catalyst, connecting people, setting standards, spotlighting innovation, and shaping the future of the mobile ecosystem. And yes, I can personally confirm this as a witness, reporter, and someone who still remembers the day Explorer. So here are the essentials. The MEFFYS 2026 take place on Sunday, 1st March 2026, in the stunning Casa Llotja de Mar, a 14th century palace in the heart of Barcelona. The evening kicks off with a gala dinner and awards ceremony for 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., followed by the iconic Masquerade Ball, open until midnight, music, food, networking, and a few well-earned celebrations. If you're building something meaningful in mobile, this is your moment. Submissions close on January 27th, 2026 at 12, and I'm talking about the Central European Time, with voting ending on 18 February. So whether you are here for the vision, the recognition, the networking, or, yes, even the party, the MEFFYS are unmissable. Thank you very much. I'm Riccardo Amati, and this was a MEF podcast.
Thanks for listening to Perspectives in Mobile. Join us next as we explore telecoms, technology, and mobile innovations. Stay tuned, stay connected, and let's unlock the mobile potential together.